You're now tuned into Mike Check Waifu. Polow and Telle, is that you?
Mike check waifu. Montel, is that you?
You just called me the most basic of my name, bro.
Yeah. This is serious. Today is serious.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds scary.
It's great, man. It's actually great. Welcome to episode 66 of Mike Check Waifu, the infamous 66. Brought to you by Lube Complex. Make sure you go to lubecomplex.com and use that offer code Waifu to save on your entire cart. Also, shout out to our Patreon producers. Shit, I knew I was missing. God damn it, Polow. I had all these tabs open and we got the Patreon tab.
All the tabs.
All right. Shout out to our Patreon producers. Chris Kennedy, Monique Williams, D Prince, and Connor. Thank y'all. Did I miss somebody? I did. Explicitly. Thank y'all all so much for supporting the show. I'm not on my P's and Q's today. I got a lot to talk. Well, I got some stuff to talk about. I watched 2 extra anime besides of our normal weeklies and Bleach, of course. Mm-hmm. But before we get into that, let's talk. How you feeling, Telle?
I'm solid, bro. Like we was talking about before, I was playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I only touched the first one. I ain't jumped into the second part yet, but I only touched the first part. You right. It's good as fuck. It's really good.
Dude, it brings back so many memories just hearing that music play. I was on the phone with Javon and we were talking about it. I'm like, you gonna cop that? He's like, of course.
Even if it's just for the music, it's low key worth the album.
Yes.
We've been playing Spellbreak, obviously.
Played a little bit of Spellbreak.
I haven't played any squads or duos since I ain't playing with you. So I played solos. Solos feel just as good. It's just like you go in there and you just. I'm getting jumped, but we working on it. We be doing our thing.
I got to second place on the solo I did earlier today.
I feel you.
Which I feel pretty good about. I
see you.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was listening to the Blurred Minded podcast with the host Skylar and her co-host Scuba Steve.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to Skylar. She was holding that down.
For real.
She was holding that down.
You gotta make sure you get the mic check for her.
I know. Both of them did their thing. Maybe one of these days we'll have them on ours. That'd be dope. Shout out to y'all though. We appreciate it.
How's your week been, bro?
It's been good, man. Like I told you yesterday on After Story, which I forgot to put on Patreon. Oops. I gotta put it on Patreon. Y'all getting 2 episodes of the After Story podcast going on Patreon. Well before you hear this, probably tonight. So Sunday night, y'all have 2 episodes of the After Story, episode 40 and episode 41. But like I said on episode 41, I have not watched any anime. I literally haven't watched anime all week up until today. Today was the only day I watched anime. And I went crazy, bro. I went crazy.
Oh my goodness.
I went crazy. I'm back though. I'm back.
But you also had to watch football.
Yes, of course.
What?
Of course.
Come on, bro. You stressing yourself out.
No, I'm good.
You gotta spread this out.
Here's the deal. This was the plan. Okay. I was watching the Browns game, as miserable as I was. I'm okay about it. I expected that to happen versus the Ravens. But I was watching the Browns game, every commercial, every timeout, because football games have like a zillion commercials. Mm-hmm. I turned on Bleach. So I had Bleach going in the background during the commercials. And then whenever they come back, I'd pause Bleach and continue on from that. So that was cool. And then after the football game was over, or pretty much into the third quarter, because it was over for us pretty much in the third quarter, I swapped over and started watching the weeklies.
Okay.
And it's a nice little day. I was sitting on my ass all day, which I didn't like, but I enjoyed it.
How did Saber deal with that?
I was just about to say, I took Saber for a nice long walk though. So
Saber was like, I'm tired of this. You're running back and forth with a ball, and I ain't got a damn ball for myself.
Right. Shout out to Saber, though. That's my boy. I end up getting YouTube TV for this because I don't have cable.
It makes sense. I got the sports pass.
Yeah, and it's pretty live, bro. It's pretty live.
I like YouTube TV when I. Is it?
Yeah.
Why? You got did you get like Showtime or HBO or something with it?
That's just it. That's it. But it has like 80 something channels though. So
yeah, last I checked it was 50.
It was
$50,
same for me.
$50.
Same.
But I feel like they obviously added more channels. Though, I guess
it's a bunch more channels. So
I love their DVR. Because literally, I don't know what the limitation is on it.
There is no limitation.
I had so much shit saved to their CVR because it's cloud VR.
Yeah.
I had so much shit saved to their CVR, and I just go back and check it and just like, oh shit. And like, you know, when I come to Ohio, I always buy YouTube TV when I come to Ohio because I can get all the same cable I get here and there because it keeps your hometown and the town you travel to. Not just be like,
it's pretty loud. I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna just throw it on a credit card that I use for emergencies. I haven't used this credit card in I don't know how long because I haven't really needed it for any emergency. So I'm gonna just throw it on there and then pay it off and just to build credit that way. Like fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just keep it.
Just have your YouTube TV. YouTube TV is good. That's
is. I'm gonna start recording like ghost shows because I used to love watching those. That was the only thing on cable I used to watch back in the day.
It's also just really good to turn shit on at night with.
True. It should be chilling. I'm not scared. I am scared. Okay. I get anxiety playing scary games. Really? I don't mind, but I cannot. Oh wait, no, I can watch a scary movie. The only movie I got scared from was Jeepers Creepers ever.
And I find that hilarious.
Dude, that shit was terrifying, bro.
I find that extremely hilarious that you find Jeepers Creepers.
Dude, the first one was
slightly horrifying.
Horrifying, bro. Did you not see it?
I did see it.
It was awful.
The only movie to ever shake me first was The Ring.
Nah,
then it was The Grudge. And then after that, nothing else scared me. I was like, I'm done. Like, because you can't scare me no more.
The thing about Jeepers Creepers is that it had literally a monster that you never, and it had a monster that you would never see. You never saw him until like towards the very end of the movie. It was fucking creepy. And then the Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those? Oh my God, it was awful.
And then you didn't really see him because he was taking dude's face.
Exactly. It was awful. I might have to rewatch it to see if it still hold up.
They did continually get worse though.
The other ones were absolutely awful, but that first one was definitely one to get me. Anyway, this is an anime podcast,
right?
So let's talk about anime before we talk about the weeklies and everything like that. We have a topic for you today that I think is very cool. Shout out to everybody on Twitter who contribute to this. They gave us a few of their villains, but we have a villain scale now that we're going to start ranking our villains with. Now, we weren't going to like rank every villain that we know. We're just going to put a few villains in the categories, but this is going to be a permanent scale for the podcast, so that we have a way of determining where do these villains lay in our scale. Like, how do we feel about them? Okay. So the way it goes is like this. We'll talk about that topic. Actually, we'll save that topic for a little bit later. But right now I want to talk about what we've been watching that's outside of our weeklies.
So I read manga. I didn't really watch anything new this week.
Okay.
Obviously, I read all the regular weekly manga, but like Black Clover, My Hero, but nothing came out really for those this week at all. But we had Phantom Seer, which I'm ready for this show to fucking pop off, or this manga to fucking pop off, bro. I just feel like it's about to get lit, like real, really hype. And I mean, I think there's like how they kind of do it. They just gave us another like introduction to his power, our main character's power again. Mm-hmm. Where instead of it only being that he has the one really strong demon, apparently any demon that he exercises, he absorbs and he can use their power.
Holy shit.
And the last demon from the last chapter helps him fight, or the last Spectre or Phantom from this last chapter helps him fight this new Phantom. And I'm just like, okay, that's lit. Let's see where it goes. And then the chapter ended kind of quickly, and they hit us with we got a new chapter coming next week, obviously.
I want this to be a show.
That's what I'm saying. I'm ready. I'm just go ahead and start it off. I'm ready for I need a hard ass like orchestral music background. I need some good music, like ReZero or Bleach's music.
Oh my gosh!
And then I need I just need some fire animation. The way the show is already drawn just looks really good off the bat. So
right.
But other than that, I was reading Chainsaw Man, and I had said I was going to read Chainsaw Man anyway. But this manga is kind of funny. Like so. It's another like kind of like spirit world kind of idea, right?
Jesus.
Dude is like a devil hunter.
Yeah.
And he has this one came out 2018 is when it started.
Okay, so it's an older one.
Yeah, it's an older one. But this one has like 80 something chapters. So I'm only on chapter 15 right now. But dude starts off as a devil hunter. It's just him and his pet devil. It's this cute ass little fucking like looks like a puppy with a chainsaw coming out of his head.
Jesus.
And when he initially starts to fight like the devils, like he's working for the mafia or the Yakuza. And the Yakuza is like, hey, can you go kill this devil? We'll pay you $400,000 for it, and we'll put however much towards your debt if pay it off, whatever, right? So he picks up his puppy, revs the chainsaw and start cutting devils up. And I'm just like, all right, that's kind of hard, like I like that kind of, it's just whatever. And I'm like, okay, but how did he become a chainsaw man? Basically, by the end of the first chapter, Yakuza turn on him. They ask a devil for power. And all the Yakuza trap him in the warehouse. And they kill him and cut him into pieces.
Oh,
like
shit.
A bunch of little pieces and throw him in the garbage. Like his hand is next to his foot. And his foot and his hand are next to his stomach. But his head is all the way over there. Dude chopped up. And he had made a wish to or a contract with his devil when he first like really became friends with him. He was like, hey, if anything ever happens to me or anything like that, I would like for you to make a contract and for you to live in my body and live on as me or whatever. And just take my body, make sure whoever kills me is long gone. You take my body and you become, a new person and live a happy life. Well, his pet devil was like, all right, bet, I'll do that. Hops into his body, but actually tells him like, your contract is for me to give you my heart. And the devil becomes his heart. And he has a chainsaw string in his chest. And when he revs that chainsaw string, he gets 2 chainsaws in his hand and one comes out his head.
Jesus.
It's actually it's really gory though. Like for the first chapter, you see dude just getting like his head cut into. Like it's kind of dark, but it's also funny. Like there's moments where dude, the main character is like, all his biggest goal in life right now is to touch breast.
Oh my!
Because he's never touched them before, never been close to a woman, that kind of stuff. So I'm assuming that as his goals change, he'll progress further and further. I've heard that it gets even darker, like really dark, but I'm not there yet. I will give an update next week when I'm finished reading and caught up. But so far, it's actually really good. I could see this being animated, but I also could see this not being animated because of how gruesome it is. Like
yeah,
it's a lot of
I ain't stop them. They ain't never stop them from animating gruesome stuff.
Yeah, I feel like obviously with ReZero, how gruesome it's been this
exactly
this season.
I can't wait to talk about that. Yeah, that's it though.
Yeah, that's it for my like added to the weekly stuff.
Yeah, of course. So I've continued to watch Yuzuki-chan Wants to Hang Out. This episode they won a trip to a island that is considered like a lover's island, and like they're coming to terms with, hey, we're not lovers, so we're just gonna enjoy this as friends, and everything is starting to signal to them being more than just friends. It's a very, very funny show. I find myself laughing out loud more often now. Again, I'm enjoying it. Yuzuki-chan Wants to Hang Out isn't as bad as I said it was. It ended up growing on me.
That's why you never dropped it, because you knew it was going to grow on you.
Exactly. That's probably right. But today, I thought I watched the show already. I just turned it on to see if I've watched it already because I feel like I did because I see the title all the time. But apparently I never watched it because I know I never watched it because if I would have watched it, I would have remembered it. But I turned on Golden Time. Oh my gosh, what a slice of life.
Okay.
This is a wonderful slice of life. It's about a college student. It's almost Rent-A-Girlfriend-esque, but not quite because it's not. Trust me, it's not. Actually, no, it's not quite. It's more. Okay, where do I want to start? It's about a main character who goes to college to become a lawyer. He's in college right now. He's a first year at college, and he goes and meets this guy who's also a first year in college, who's actually going to this particular college, which is not the most pristine college, but he goes to this college because he's trying to get away from this girl who's his childhood friend, who's trying to quote unquote marry him because she's like all over him. She's a fucking like almost it's weird. She's just
worse
almost
than Amy Rose.
she almost is stalkerish. So she ended up finding what college she goes to the same college as him. Our main character and the guy that I'm talking about right now, they end up becoming friends. And the guy's like, yo, I don't want to be with this girl because this girl is like crazy. She's so clingy. She's not my type, blah, blah, blah. It continues. They all end up becoming friends somewhat. And he ended up getting into situations to where he's like helping her out of situations that are like beyond him and her. And he starts to develop feelings for that girl, even though she's in love with his new friend. Those feelings develop. And then his friend end up fucking completely shutting that girl down, and she's finally over it. And then they end up dating. Like it's so crazy. I don't know how to explain it because I'm so bad at explaining this particular show because it's fucking wild. But let's just say it's a whole love triangle thing. But the main thing about our main character is when he was in high school, he lost his memory. Like his last year of high school, he lost his memory because he fell off of a bridge. Okay. So he lost all memories of him in high school and only has the one of him from college forward. Okay. His memories are starting to come back slowly. And he finds out that he was actually in love with a different girl from high school that he now goes to college with, while he's in a relationship with this girl that he just was confessed his love to. So now they're in a relationship together and he's starting to get his memories back from his high school career. And his fucking his childhood best friend is all like, hey, yeah, we shouldn't date or whatever. But it's so stressful because it's like, I don't know who the fuck he should be with because both girls are fantastic. But his childhood best friend, before he lost his memories, is like not in love with him. Never seen him as like a love interest, but he was always infatuated with her and always in love with her. And now that he's in this relationship and those feelings are starting to come back for his childhood friend, I don't know what I want him to do because the girl he's with now, they're like a happy couple. I love this main character because he's not afraid to say, hey girl, listen, I love you. You know, I think we should be together. Like, unlike, you know, our main character in Rent-A-Girlfriend. And he confessed his feelings. She turned him down at first. It's so good. I think you should watch Golden Time with Monique. I think y'all both will like it.
I think I will eventually. There's only one issue with that is that I have to watch Angel Beats now.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, you gotta watch Angel. Well,
and I figure
you gotta watch it. Yeah, you gotta watch Angel Beats.
You said Angel Beats was good from the beginning.
It's real good. It's real good.
So I gotta watch Angel Beats now.
I don't like the way it ends, but it's good.
I figure I can finish that up by next week, and then I'll talk about it.
Yeah, I gotta finish this fucking Golden Time shit. It's so fucking good, dude. I wanted to keep watching it before we started. Like, I'm on episode 10 already. I just started it literally today. I have to know what's gonna happen because now his girlfriend now is talking about, hey, let's go to the beach and do. Because at first she was talking about the only way we're doing to do is we take a trip to Paris. But she's starting to figure out that he has feelings for his old childhood friend now. And I'm all like, fuck, man.
So now she just want to pound it out at the beach.
Now she's trying to like show her love for him even more. But she's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart, and I don't want him to leave her because his childhood best friend's feelings is coming back, even though his childhood best friend said, "Hey, no, we're not going to work out."
So she's Mizuhara or Chizuru in this one, but he still want her.
It's so okay. You can't say I can't put them in the same category because this girl is like, "Hey, I'm happy to be your girlfriend. I love you so much. Like you mean the world to me." To him, his childhood best friend is like, "Hey, we're just friends. We're like brothers and sisters." And he's like, "But I love you." His memories are starting to come back and say, I want to be with her. Her name is Linda. It's Linda and it's Coco. Coco is the one that he's with now, and Linda is his childhood best friend. So it's like, I don't want him to fucking diss Coco to go be with Linda because Linda doesn't want to be with him unless she developed feelings over the time that he was, his amnesia was apparent. But man, it's fucking wild to even think about a situation to where you hurt yourself in high school. Your last year of high school, you hurt yourself to the point where you don't have any memories of anything prior to high school. Like you don't have anything. You don't know anything. You don't know who you are or where you are or what you are.
How did he hurt himself again?
He fell off of a bridge.
No, I'm not gonna say that. But what if he did that because of his high school girlfriend or friend?
And what's funny is I was thinking the same thing because this is the situation. The last day when they were graduating, okay, she was like, "Hey, you're never going to see me again." So this is Linda I'm talking about. "Hey, you're never going to see me again because I'm going away to college," because she was a grade ahead of him. She was a grade ahead of him. Like, "Hey, I'm going to college in Tokyo. You're never going to see me again, unfortunately." And then this is when he says, "Hey, I'm in love with you. I want to be with you forever. I will find a prep school in Tokyo if I have to. Let me know how you feel about me." She then says, "Let me sleep on this and I'll tell you tomorrow. Meet me at the bridge." So they didn't
So clearly.
they didn't say this yet. But they did explain a little bit of it because he was at the bridge and she was supposed to meet them there, but she was running late to the bridge. So she felt guilty about this happening to him because she was just running late. I don't know exactly how he fell off the bridge yet, but because they slowly are going into that with flashbacks. But I'm starting to feel like he knew that she was going to turn him down and he jumped.
Or maybe she wasn't going to turn him down.
She was. She said she was, because they had a moment where they talked candidly to each other. He was like, "Hey, can we just talk candidly?" They were talking candidly, and she was like, "Hey," I'm like, "Listen, what would have?" Because he remembers like pieces of it. Like he remembers that particular incident of him saying that to her. He's like, "Okay, so what would have been your answer if you would have made it to the bridge?" She said, "It would have been no, because I never saw you as a love interest." But I'm thinking she's just saying that because his new self is in love with Coco. So I don't know.
So she's trying not to mess up what he already has.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
So that sounds actually like a very compelling story.
It's so good. It's one of the best. It's not. It's so hard to even fucking like fathom what's gonna happen out of this because I just can't wait to watch more. I don't think I'm probably going to go to sleep until
you finish. How many episodes is it? 13 episodes?
That's 24.
Yeah, you need to sleep, bro.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
So my question to you is, when are you gonna start my final season of my favorite slice of life?
Is it my favorite slice of life? Is it done?
My favorite slice of life.
Is it done yet?
My teen romantic comedy. It's about to hit episode 11, and then the next episode is the last one. We have to review this one. It don't have to be in 2 weeks, but we have to review my teen romantic comedy.
We're going to review the whole series. I love it so much.
Like, come on, bro.
Probably next week I'll start it.
Yeah, because I figure it's episode 11. You can watch it. You can wait 1 week for one episode to finish it all off.
I think so. But the dub is like getting dubbed right now. I think they're on like dub 6.
You gonna wait for the dub, huh?
Yeah, I love the dub. I love the dub a lot.
Okay, I guess you can do that. I wasn't waiting for the dub. Shit's too good.
I know.
It's too good.
I know. Oh, trust me, I know. All right.
You don't know. You don't know what this final season hitting for. You have no idea. And you the one who put me on this. You the one who put me on this kick.
I know.
You put me here. And I'm here by myself now.
Just for right now, you know?
My goodness.
It's too much goodness. It's too much goodness going on right now.
Too much greatness.
You want to slide into this Bleach talk?
Please. I have questions.
Let's do it. You stopped at 273?
Yeah, I started at 273.
Perfect. We're at the exact same spot now. So we can talk candidly. We finished the Zanpakuto arc like completely, and then we got back to the fight. Zanpakuto arc. Overall thoughts. Go.
That shit was pretty hard though.
That shit was fire, bro.
Like, how is that not canon? They need to just go ahead and make a whole little manga setup about that specifically. Listen. Like, come on, bro.
I love the way it ended. I was here, man. I was here.
I'm just like, yeah, because normally things like that don't end very well because it wasn't canon. So how are they expecting to end that well? And granted, the only thing about it that makes it not the best is the fact that it wasn't canon, and then you go right back into like the canon stuff. Right. So there's like fluctuations there.
Exactly.
But bro, that Zanpakuto shit was hard, and a lot of it makes sense that like, okay, some of these people aren't as strong as their Zanpakuto, because their Zanpakuto may have a power that they have not unleashed yet because they don't have that harmony, right? You're supposed to have harmony with your Zanpakuto before you can get stronger. So that's why, like, when you're talking about towards the end, like, some people have died to their Zanpakuto, and this is the result of it, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, that shit makes sense. It's also pretty fucking dope. Yep. Like, what if in Burn the Witch they got like some raged out Zanpakuto out there, like, all right, I'm tired of y'all shit. Yamamoto said I get to leave the Soul Society. No, I'm just joking.
Man, listen. That shit, it was one point that gave me chills. And the moment that gave me chills was when all the Zanpakuto popped up. When they all popped up, like they pulled up, it was like, we're all here. It was Rukia's Zanpakuto that popped up first. And she's like, yeah, and I didn't come alone. And then all the Zanpakuto started popping up with flash step. I'm like, oh my God, how sick is this shit, man? This shit is like, it gave me chills, man. It gave me chills. It was so good.
What was the best part for me was the Byakuya versus Koga fight.
Yes.
That shit looked good. It looked better than God of High School.
I was just about to say that.
It looked better than God of High School. It reminded me of Naruto versus Pain fight, but not as long.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
But Byakuya coming out there, and like the whole idea that Byakuya was like, I'm only joining the Zanpakuto so that I can keep the pride of the Kuchiki family, right? Yep. Like that fits his character perfectly because 100%. It's literally like he is all about holding up the Kuchiki family's like pride and honor, and he literally said, "I'm doing this for the pride of for my pride," and it was like, what else is his pride? Like it fits his character so well. Like for this to not be written by the main writer of the story, I feel like that was like a really good homage to him. Like it was like, yo, your story is great. Let's make sure that we keep the characters in that same light. That shit was hard.
You remember when I know we talked about this a little bit on the after story, but you remember when I told you why I didn't want to spoil it, even if you didn't remember it, because of that twist of the head captain.
Yeah, He's like, it made perfect sense after. Like I was like, oh yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. But like, what made it even better was like, because I don't remember the whole Koga story breakdown, like his character itself, right? Like I remember the fights with Koga, but I didn't remember his actual story breakdown. Mm-hmm. And I think honestly, Koga was probably the most uninteresting part of this.
100%.
But his like the fact that the Soul Society was just afraid of him because of his power, regardless of where his allegiance and alliance lied. They were just afraid of him because of this overwhelming power. Like, but it was also like the lessons that the head of the Kuchiki family was trying to give him. Like, yo, bro, you need to just relax and do nothing. Just do nothing for a change. Like, I understand.
But literally, my favorite part about this whole thing was the fact that the head captain, he's the one who sealed himself.
Yeah, it was
and the way Miramasa came and tried to like make it seem like he had him still, so you got to come save him type shit. But in reality, yo, I'm gonna need y'all to come get him out
because I can't get him out, bro. I need y'all to do that for me.
Yeah, what is it called? Tencho will be the reason why he gets unleashed, and that'll be all I need to bring back my Koga. And right, I'm like, oh shit,
that shit was great. That shit was great. But yeah, that Zanpakuto arc is honestly greatness, and I kind of think if there was more story to it, like I wouldn't have been too mad either. But I feel like the way they ended it was like it was on a good point. Like they ended on a good point, so I'm glad there wasn't more. The only thing I would have liked more was more development around Koga. Like, they could have made him better. They didn't have to make him shit on Muramasa like that.
I like that too, though.
You liked how he shit on Muramasa?
Yeah, he's like,
because how it made Muramasa break.
Yep.
But it made sense. It was like, his harmony wasn't there. He was shitting on Muramasa more and more and more as his like mental like was breaking. And it was like we've had that before. Like Kenpachi can't hear his Zanpakuto.
Exactly.
So it's like if Kenpachi can't hear his Zanpakuto, then he can't call on him.
It's very consistent with its storytelling and world building, and just in this particular case with filler too. Like the shit was so consistent, and I love it.
Yeah.
But they went we finished that up. It went back to the fight between Ichigo and what's his name? Okiura, yeah. That shit was pretty dope. It has some animation in it that I'm like, holy shit, man.
Now, this part I actually remember. I remember it very well. I remember this way more than the Zanpakuto arc. And this is that shit. Like,
yeah. I remember this too because I remember the wings and shit when he transformed.
Yeah. But Okiura being like the strongest of the Arrancar was like dope, right? Like, cause he really is he was number 4 or something like that. But he had a next transformation that was even stronger than the transformation that anyone else had already previously had. He had just been hiding it all this time, right?
Right.
And I feel like it's something Aizen, the demon himself, had to know. Because Aizen just is that dude. Like, Aizen would know, right? Like, you feel like that's something Aizen would know. But Okiura, like, I just like I liked his character, actually. Like, not that I liked his character, but he started to develop more. Like, he was very straightforward, and at the end, it was more like they gave him some humanization. Like, they gave him the idea that, like, okay, well, I'm starting to understand you guys more, even though you did nothing that I had hoped for. What did you think about Vaste Lorde, Ichigo?
That was great, but real quick on Yukiura though, his curiosity was my favorite part. Like, I love the fact that he was curious about humans and what they were and why they did what they did.
And why are you not afraid of me?
Exactly. That whole piece of him made him way more interesting than anything that most modern day shonen does not show. Like, Black Clover don't show it. Fucking, what else? My Hero still shows it. It does it well because their villains do exactly that. They kind of they have purpose. Yeah, they're humanized for sure. But I don't think this is well done, man. But long-haired Ichigo, Super Saiyan 3 Ichigo, my God.
Yo, dude's an absolute savage. There's only one part about Ichigo becoming Vaste Lorde that I didn't like. And that was when he got a hole blown through his chest. Not only was that, because I was like, that shit hard, bro. Like, I like that too. I was like, let's go, Okiura. Like, blow that hole through that man's chest. But I hated the fact that Ichigo sit on the ground and then you hear a heartbeat, and I'm like, he don't have one no more.
It's gone.
He just erased that whole thing. Why do I hear boom, boom?
See, I took it as
boom, and then he stand up. It's metaphorically, right?
Yeah.
But I'm still like, nah, bro. That man ain't got no heartbeat. Why you put that there? But when he came back, the music changed, everything.
Yes.
Like even the music before that, though, like the music when they first started fighting in Okiora's main form, like how overwhelming he was, and the music hit there. And then when Okiora actually puts Ichigo down, like all of that music, the emotions, everything, that the musical transition was hard, bro. It was just great.
This was probably one of my favorite ass pulls of all time.
It was definitely.
It was good, man. It was a good ass pull, bro. I enjoyed it all. Because it's like, okay, you're in this different realm. We already know this holification form is inside of Ichigo. Mm-hmm. We can already tell, even from the story building from up until this point, we can already tell there was way more to it even before this. So let's say I'm watching this as a completely new guy who don't know about this Vasta Lourdes form or whatever the fuck it's called. You can already tell he didn't utilize the full capabilities of his holification form because he just trained in it with 5 days it was, or a month or something like that. He was training of it, and they were like, yo, it's still so much within this dude.
Right. And when he came here, he had 9 seconds?
Yep. They mentioned it so much, how much was inside of Ichigo, that they just was like, oh shit, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. It was kind of like subliminally embedded into your brain that there was more to him than meets the eye. And then the moment he died, and as much as I don't like her, Orihime, the way she reacted, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, this deserves an ass pull right now, because she was fucking gutted. Like it was hard. And he's just like, yo, she's crying for me. I gotta protect her. And then boom. And he blew her ass back. Like it was crazy. I loved it, man. I loved every bit of it. Because the moment he control that shit, I can't wait.
That shit, so like, and I agree, that was a deserved ass pull. Like, and those are the best ass pulls where they kind of give you like that seed the entire time that you know, like, hey, this is happening. Like there has to be more to the holification, right? Like instead of just that basic mask, you know, Ichigo, when he jumped into his mask the first time when he fought the Vizards, or the Vizards, he popped off on him and he didn't even know what he was doing, you know? Yep. So like, if he knew what he was doing, had more time to train, he would easily demolish them. And I love how they gave him that shine. It was like, hey, look, my dude dead. And when he came out the form, his hair was still long. So I thought that was cool too. It was like, they didn't just say your hair short again like he was Goku.
It was live. And then when the power evaporated, that's when the hair went shorter again. But are you watching this dubbed?
No. Where is it dubbed at?
The site that shall not be named.
Oh yeah, I'm watching it on Crunchyroll.
Hearing Laura Bailey as on Arrancar 3 is special, man. She's fucking destroying that shit, dude. She's like, what made you think this is my full power? To the fucking captain, the ice dragon captain. This motherfucker went bunkai, and she said, "Oh, okay." Unzip her shit quick and pull it up, dude. I'm like, oh my god, Laura Bailey is just way too fucking good. There's a reason why she's not in every anime anymore. Is because she's so fucking good. Like her, she fucking delivers, bro. Like delivers. Oh man. I love it. All I know is Bleach continues to get better. We starting to see the ramifications of between these captains fighting these Arrancar leaders or whatever the fuck. Our dual wielding bro is fighting in number 1, which is I'm so intrigued to see.
Yeah, like is he gonna get bodied?
I know, you know, probably not, because he's just too much of a beast himself. We haven't even really seen him go all out yet. Exactly. I want to see what the fuck his bunkai hitting for.
Right.
After watching his Zanpakuto come out and fight, I'm like, I want to see this motherfucker's bunkai too. How great is Bleach, man? It's so fantastic.
I agree 100%.
All right. Speaking of Bleach, the reason why the list I was referring to earlier in a podcast exists is because of Bleach, essentially. We have an episode of the podcast called Demon. Reason being is because we was talking about Aizen. Motherfucker's a demon.
100%.
Straight up a demon. We have created a list for a villain scale. And it goes a little something like this, okay? We reached out to some people on Twitter. Some people gave us some of their villains that they put in these categories, and some of them gave us a few villains in the categories. But the categories go like this. Here's my Check Waifu official villain scale. It's a beta, which equals a villain that's evil for evil's sakes with no real motives or planning. Midville, which I love it. Midville is powerful, but just average in motive with very minimal in planning. And then evil is close to a demon in strength and has some motive, but the planning isn't quite there. And then we have demon, top level villain with strong planning, motive, power, and just a pure savage. So we have a couple of responses that I want to go to. And one of them comes from Black Heroes, the Black Heroes podcast. Shout out to y'all. Black Heroes 5 on Twitter. I wish one of y'all has seen Gintama, because I didn't put their main villain, which I then respond and say, hey, what's up? Who's his main villain in Gintama? Because I never seen an episode of this show.
Right, and where does he rank?
Exactly. He says that he's definitely a demon. His planning is consistent, but he's mostly just fighting to entertain himself. So he says he's a demon. I haven't seen the show.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show either. I always thought it was a parody show, so I never watched it.
Right. I'm not a big fan of parody shows. They got to be real good, i.e. One Punch Man. At least season 1. I haven't seen season 2. Let's see here. I got another one here. A real good one. Somebody went ham. Okay, this one comes from Savory Unrelated. It says Beta is the principal from Assassination Classroom, which I don't agree with.
You think the principal was better than the beta?
Yes, absolutely. He was better than the beta.
Maybe they just didn't like him, so they ranked him as a beta.
I think that's a likability thing. His whole playing was brilliant. I think he's evil, at least. Midville, Storm from Wise Man's Grandchild. I agree with that. Orochimaru. He just kind of piddled out and showed up and got showed up by Pain.
As a beta?
No, as a Midville.
Oh.
Fell under Midville. Which, Orochimaru and Midville?
Yeah, I think Orochimaru was better than that, because a lot of the stuff that Orochimaru did kind of made a lot of the other stuff viable.
Yes, I agree.
Because he started the Edo Tensei, and they took that and made it literally do everything. He had been planning his attack for years before we even started the anime.
Right. I think, to me personally, Orochimaru was a demon.
I agree. I think he could just be, evil. What is it, evil?
Yeah.
But I would put him personally as a demon.
Straight up.
He's still alive. And he gonna be alive forever.
Probably forever. Exactly. They also say that under evil they have Doflamingo. He had motive and strength, but I don't know what his goals was or is.
Now, so I actually know Doflamingo's goals. He was just an underlord, right? Like he was an underground like kingpin. Mm-hmm. So his goals were to make fake devil fruit and to push and build money and basically become a stronger warlord.
But what's his planning there?
He had several plans. I would not put him at demon though.
So evil is right. Yeah.
He had hands that, yes.
100%.
He had ridiculous power, but not.
Even from the little bit I did see of Doflamingo, he's definitely a beast.
Yeah, you ain't even seen the worst of it. But him being strong doesn't make him good enough to be a demon, in my opinion.
I agree. And then demon, they have Aizen, Madara, and Light Yagami.
Yeah. The only one I'm willing to debate there is Light, but because I don't really consider Light a villain. wholeheartedly. Like he is the villain, but I don't really feel like he's truly a villain, right? Like
that one's hard, ain't it? Yeah. That one's
his intentions were good from the beginning. They just kind of devolved. So I guess that does make him a villain.
Well, his planning was insane. So if we're going off his plan and motive,
his planning was fire. Period.
Straight up.
But if Light was a human in the real world, I'd have been like, I kind of agree with Light, so I'm not going to.
You know,
it's a tough one.
That's a tough one. All right.
Oh man,
Skylar. Sorry. What was up?
I was gonna say I did see what Panda, and you said Skylar gave one.
Mm-hmm. Panda said Edo from Tokyo Ghoul, and I asked where she put him or her, or I don't remember who that is. She says demon.
Now,
who's Edo again? I can't remember who that is.
Sorry. Edo is one of the one-eyed ghouls.
Wait. Is it who I think it is? Let me Google it.
It's mad powerful. I think Edo is called the White Owl or something like that.
I see. Yep. I do remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
But I haven't read the manga to where I would say Edo is a demon. But Edo is like at the center of everything.
100%.
So if Panda says Edo's a demon, I'm a roll with it. But in my opinion, I'm just gonna say Edo's evil right now because I don't know. I gotta read the manga.
Yeah, no, Edo was fucking extremely
power wise. There was no one fucking with him.
Yeah, straight
with
up.
Her.
Straight up. Yeah. Now I remember who Edo was. It took me a while. Unfortunately, man, I feel like it just was like Tokyo Ghoul and then Tokyo Ghoul, all that shit. It was so forgettable for me personally.
I liked Tokyo Ghoul Re.
That shit was super
fun. I liked the beginning of regular Tokyo Ghoul, and I was okay with a little bit of Tokyo Ghoul Route A. It was just a lot of it was missed for me.
Yeah, big miss. All right, Worst Generation podcast. I look forward to y'all colonizing the demon. Don't worry, that's coming. He's the reason why it exists.
It's coming soon.
Skylar Dad or whatever. No, Scuba Steve says Beta Ashura Soul Eater. Midville.
Ashura is definitely Beta.
Midville Frieza DBZ.
I don't know I don't even know. I think Frieza is not Midville. I think Frieza is Beta as fuck.
Beta. Okay. Okay.
Frieza's intention for killing is because Frieza feels like he's better than everybody else.
Straight up. That may be Beta. Evil. Miriam. Hunter.
The issue is I feel Miriam is demon.
Straight demon. Okay. As long as we agree there. Okay.
Just Miriam is everything that qualifies a demon. Miriam has
100%. Demon. King Bradley. Doflamingo.
I'll give King Bradley most of that.
I think he should switch Miriam and King Bradley, me personally.
Yeah, like I feel like King Bradley fits into evil much more than Miriam.
Miriam is fucking demon, bro. He could have fucking took over the world if you wanted to.
Like I get the Doflamingo thing because in terms of like if you haven't seen it,
not yet. So
watching Doflamingo and Luffy fight, like you like, yo, like I guarantee you'll think in your head like, yo, this motherfucker's a demon. Like you gonna think that in your head watching them fight. It's just like if we go into like the full overall review of him, I'm gonna say he's just evil.
Yeah, because it's again planning and motive.
Power wise though, man, that man's a demon. If it was literally just power levels, he a demon. But if it's like overall, like what's his quality as a villain, he's still pretty close. I just don't think he was demon yet. Like, yeah,
I can't wait to get to that point.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of really strong characters in One Piece, but not all of them are demons. Like, if Shanks was a bad guy, Shanks is probably gonna be a demon because he's smart too. You know, that's the big thing.
All right, so before we get into ours, we also have like a little side question that literally just popped up 17 seconds ago. It's from Shanti, our Patreon supporter. We appreciate you, girl. Shanti says, wait, let me go to the original message because it's two messages now. Yeah, so I'm listening to y'all's review of Banana Fish, and I 100% agree on Ash and Edgy's relationship. Them vibe went so far beyond brotherly that they had romantic feelings for each other. And then she says that, and I'm with Polow. Edgy's yelling Ash names. I got so mad when he yelled his name while he was hiding outside the house, dude. I know. It's so annoying, man. He's so annoying.
He is that person you don't bring to a gunfight because he's gonna get you shot
straight up multiple times, and your older brother shot too, apparently. Fucking idiot. And then also your best friend killed because he decides to give away the fucking drug. Anyway, this is not Banana Fish. But thank you for listening, Shanti. We appreciate you so much. We really, really do. I'm so glad she felt us on that. Like, so glad.
Oh yeah, because I didn't know who was really feeling us.
Not a lot of people was really feeling us, but Steve said he listened and he was like, you know what? At first I was scared about the score, but then listening, you broke it down, and okay, the score ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not a bad score. I mean, granted,
it's second to last on our list now, but
to Panda and Nay,
yeah,
our heads deserve to be on spikes outside the house.
Straight up. Akame got killed kind of stuff.
Right.
Anyway, yeah, let's get to our personal. I mean, to be honest, you guys killed it with what you brought to us. I do think Aizen being the number one demon level to compare a villain to in this list.
Or Madara.
Or Madara, yes. Oh my God. Madara Uchiha. His plan spanned years even after he was long dead. Oh, I can't, man. I can't. What about, is Pain demon?
See, I think Pain is demon. And the only reason I think so is because exactly what it is. Like, even if his intentions were no longer necessarily to do entirely harm, like his planning in the background,
100%.
He was controlling several bodies running
the Akatsuki.
Being the head of the Akatsuki, basically. And literally controlling his village and saving them from the inside and outside.
Yep.
You know, Pain was the dude. Like, I love Pain.
Oh my God, he constructed entire propaganda and the village hidden in the rain. Like, it was just so. Oh my, yes, he's a fucking demon, bro.
Yes, he's a demon.
He was evil up until the point where you figured out who he actually was and what he was doing, and then he gave that fucking speech to basically. Was it our girl? I think it was. It was right when Naruto was about to bite the dust. Mm-hmm. And she came through, right before she came through. And he was giving that speech, and I fucking melted. I'm like, oh, this man. That was my chill moment in Naruto. I was like,
that was mine too. I was like,
oh, man.
I was almost like, almighty push. Just get the bitches out of my face. Just let Pain win. That man deserves the win.
Straight up, man. Straight up. Who else? Demons. Start there first.
I was going. Oh, are we?
So we got Aizen, Pain, Madara.
If we doing demons, I think Father from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Wait. Oh, Father, the main. Yeah. I'm tripping. I don't know why I thought.
Obviously, I'm saying, like, power wise, he has it all.
Yeah, 100%.
He's evil as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And he created the entire list of bad guys.
Everybody.
and pushed them forward for his gain of power, destroying and killing all the Ishvalans and all his father. I think he's a demon.
Straight up demon. Gosh, man, I need to rewatch Full Metal, Brotherhood.
Yeah,
I just want to watch that under my belt again.
We only going for demons? We dropping the evil?
You want to move down to evil now? Let's move down to evil. So right now, so far for demon, Aizen, Pain, Madara, and Father. We're going to add to this list constantly. Always. It's a forever kind of scale. What about evil?
For evil, I'm giving you Giovanni from Pokemon. And I'm only saying that because he's actually killed people and killed Pokemon.
Giovanni, that's the boy from the Lugia movie, right? Or
yeah, that's the dude who created Mewtwo.
Yep.
Had Mewtwo in the lab, literally used Mewtwo to kill people, and and he was just straight evil.
Straight evil. What was his plan?
What was his plan?
Mm-hmm.
Literally to develop multiple different Pokemon from the genes of Mew to basically take over not just the Pokemon League, but to make money and take over the Pokemon League and to go into space to find more Pokemon to gain more technology and power from. He's not a demon, but he's definitely evil.
Evil as fuck. Damn, evil is kind of harder for me. I'm gonna say I even fucking put Muramasa from Bleach from the Zanpakuto arc in the demon category because his planning was fucking there.
I'd agree with that.
Evil though. Let's go. What's up?
Go ahead.
No, I don't have any.
I got Knives from Trigun.
Oh shit! You went back.
Knives is pretty fucking evil.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a demon, but I think he's evil. And he literally had been planning for years to take our boy Vash down. Knives is evil.
Motives was not quite there though, but
I don't think his motives were demon level, but he was definitely evil level
as fuck.
Yeah, I rock with that.
Wait, were we putting Gabriel, bro, from Sword Art? I think he's evil because his real motive was to just collect souls. That was it.
Yeah, he was just,
and he didn't have a plan.
Lustful evil.
Yeah. So he definitely had the power.
Yeah,
his fucking demon level power, but his planning and motive wasn't quite there. So I consider him evil.
Yeah, evil, almost close to Midville.
Yeah, very close to Midville.
If he was just not planning, he was just like, I'm just real strong. All right, you Midville. But yeah, I'll give him evil.
Yeah, because he still got there, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, he clearly had to master his MMO that he was playing to even get this far.
That boy was civilizing.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, fucking the laughing coffin dude, that motherfucker low key a demon. He had been planning for how long, bro?
Years, bro.
But like, I gotta get Kirito ass back. Yeah, and I was trying to break Kirito back in that game all the way into this one. Come on, bro.
He's evil because his motives was just to get to Kirito. Yeah. Like that was it. Yeah. He just wanted just to bring Kirito to the level of him. To make him suffer. Oh man, what can we consider Anos? Because he's really actually a demon, but he's not a villain.
Yeah.
Is he? It's kind of hard to.
I don't think Anos is a villain, but if he was a villain, right?
Straight.
I feel like he is required at the least to be a demon. At the least,
if there was one higher, he will be that one higher.
Because I mean, the top level could just be Anos, but he is required to be a demon.
Straight up,
because he has all of the qualities and the brutality like that. We're gonna talk about that newest episode.
Man, I loved it.
But Midville, I'm rocking with Frieza and Cell and Kid Buu.
Yes,
and
just about everybody from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm rocking with, for me, I'm going to throw, fuck. Oh, I can't think of his name, man. Come back to me.
Also Midville, what's old boy from fucking Kuroko no Basket? Give me a second.
Oh, you talking about that? People saying that's better than Haikyuu blows my mind still, even though I never seen Kiriko.
You haven't seen it, so I don't want to hear it. But
come on,
I get it.
Come on, man. Anyway,
I get it. Hold on, let me find him. Let me find his name.
At this point,
Seijiro Akashi. Akashi, definitely a Midville ass villain. He was raw. Like he had the power, and that's the thing. I don't like calling it power because it's all realistic,
right?
But I guess they make it look like they try and make it seem like a power, but it's not really a power. It's really just a crossover, and he puts you on your knees because he break your ankles. But Akashi is a mid-villain. He not like a standout. Like, hey, I'm actually trying to hurt people. He's just more like, I want to dominate everybody, and that's my goal.
I remember his name, Rui from Demon Slayer. He was powerful.
Oh yeah.
But then again, Tanjiro wasn't that powerful, and he had trouble with him, and he didn't have any planning. He didn't have any motive. He just wanted to kill him.
I mean, his planning was building his family, but it wasn't really like.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, nah, he wasn't. He was mid-bill. I think his head getting chopped off was the hardest part, though. Straight
up. He was there for that. I think he was just there for character growth for Tanjiro, to be honest, for that father backstory. Yeah. Ooh, what about Michael Jackson in Demon Slayer? What's his name? Musin?
I mean,
I don't really know yet.
I'm saying I'm only gonna say this for right now because we don't know what he's doing yet. But I feel like based on how the show has to go, he has to be demon level right now.
Right now?
And I'm only saying it because literally he is planning everything. Like, he's planning everything, and he clearly has the power. Like, I think the only issue with him is that he hasn't just said, I'm going to go out and kill these people myself, where he should just do it.
But motive, bro. Where is that at?
That's going to come later in the story. It has to. There has to be more motive to it.
Then he's evil.
Right now, yeah. I think I'm only giving him demon right now because the motive, I know the motive has to come. Yeah. If we get to the end of the story and the motive ain't there, I'm just like, he's trash, bro. He is beta.
I can rock with that.
He will be beta in a heartbeat if he has no motive by the end of this damn series.
Straight up. Speaking of beta.
Jesse James and Meowth. That's right.
100%.
Brian Hawk from Hajime no Ippo.
Beta.
Dude was raw. Had the hands. Was dogging our dude. But the issue is that he just wanted to fight just because he was off the streets and liked putting his hands on people.
Right. And that he offered not much. Who else? Beta. I think Raditz definitely beta. Yo, the Ginyu Force is beta.
Oh
man, Frieza is so close to beta, bro.
I think the only reason Frieza isn't
because he's
beta
strong.
is not even that. It's just more or less like the fact of who he is, right? Because I think realistically, Frieza could definitely be beta. And the only reason I don't put Frieza and Brian Hawk in the same category is because Brian Hawk was just like literally like he had no.
There's nothing.
He's just like, I want to fight people. I want to smash them head. Whereas Frieza, at least by the end of Super, was like, I just kind of don't want to die. Yep. So I'll fight with you so I don't die. There's a motive somewhere. It just popped up. But bro.
The dude that killed Ichigo's mom, the hollow that killed Ichigo's mom is beta.
Grand Fisher?
Yes, Grand Fisher.
Yo, Grand Fisher he also pissed me off that he showed up the second time. And
I hated that shit.
Ichigo dad had to put him down.
Yeah, it was so fucking stupid. Like that's the only part of Bleach. I'm like, no, why could it have to be him?
They could have made
Aizen or some
better.
Shit. Yeah.
Nah, let's talk about that real quick. We never talked about that. Ichigo dad a Soul Reaper? Why do we never talk about that?
We did not. We
just kind of like glossed over that shit. Like Ichigo dad a whole ass Soul Reaper though.
Yo, and nobody knows about it. Like, well, obviously other than other Soul Reapers and shit, but nobody's saying, hey, Ichigo, your father was a fucking Soul Reaper. But that explains everything as to what that family is about.
Yeah, why she was being focused down by hollows and shit.
Yep.
Well, hey, that should have been about 5 episodes ago.
Yeah. I wonder what his fucking Zanpakuto is, bro.
We'll never know.
Will we?
I don't know. I don't know if he pop up again. I don't.
Me either.
This is about where I was finished.
Yeah.
Where I didn't watch anymore normally.
This is the last part I remember briefly seeing. So we're to the point where we are in no man's land now. Speaking of that, Unbothered Mike, I know you're listening, bro. Hey, if you down, we already said you know, we was gonna have you on, but when we finish this, we're gonna do a Bleach wrap up, and we want to have you and Spicy on that. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that there now. We hope to have y'all both on there.
Come slide through.
That'll probably be our next guest joint, which is gonna be dope. I can't wait for that. That's gonna be live.
For real.
That's gonna be live.
That whole Bleach segment, though.
Yeah, right. The whole first half of the show gonna be a Bleach segment. Speaking of first half of the show, let's take this quick break. We're gonna drop some nice smooth tunes to play for y'all, and then we'll come back with our weeklies. Our weeklies being, oh man, Misfit Demon King,
Online. Yeah,
Sword Art Online, ReZero, bro, Rent a Girlfriend, and
Fire Force,
and Fire Force, and that's it. Oh yeah, Fire Force. This is probably one of my favorite Fire Force episodes, by the way. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Before that, though, enjoy this really dope tune. We'll be back with you guys shortly, right after this. And welcome back to Mic Check Waifu. Hey, listen, go to discord.miccheckwaifu.com. Join our Discord. It's open to everybody. Everybody can join. One of these days, we got to get a group of people to play Among Us.
Yo, I just found out about that game.
Yo, I was watching Summit play it. It's legit. It's pretty legit.
I was watching Caleb City play.
It'll be a lot of fun. I think if we got a bunch of people in there. Join our Discord, discord.miccheckwaifu.com. We appreciate that. But you just heard the nice smooth tones of Lo-Fi Powder. This is the second time he's been on the show. Fantastic music. Obviously, his YouTube and Spotify links is in the show notes. If the show notes ain't letting you click the links, go to the Twitter and check out the announcement tweet. All of his stuff is linked there. as well. We're back to talk our weekly anime.
Before that,
we got to roll
number generator.
Yeah, we got to roll a random number generator to get to know Mic Check Waifu. So for those of you who are new to the show, we have a segment called Get to Know Mic Check Waifu, where we have 100 plus random questions in a docket. One of us rolls a random number generator associated with a number from the question list, and we read it and answer it here for you right now. All right, it's Telle turn to roll a random number generator, and I'll read the question. Let's do it.
35.
35 is favorite harem anime. Let's fucking go. I was waiting for this question.
This is hard for me because I don't have that many on my list. I guess the first one that comes to mind is Monster.
You went straight to hentai, bro.
I'm joking. It's not hentai. Ain't no real sex in there.
Close.
It's stuck between ReZero and Chivalry.
Ooh. Damn.
Because ReZero technically he does have a little harem there. Not a big one, but he got a little bit of a harem there.
I think I'm gonna go with
Chivalry's definitely a harem. Yeah, go ahead.
For sure. I think I'm gonna go with Fuck, there's so many. I've watched so many.
He got a whole list like Polow right now. That mathematic equation tweet. Dude, like got pie and shit going on around. That's Polow thinking about all the harem anime he's watched.
Boost. Only the real ones know what that means. That's my favorite harem.
Word.
Yep. Busto. Oh my god. Tweet at me if you know what that is. High School D&D, bro. Or High School DxD for this one.
I never.
Because I think they actually count the X in it. High School DxD is fucking fantastic harem. And probably one of my favorite ecchi, which is another question on this list. So I got to make sure I bring it.
You waiting for that?
Yeah, that's now number 35, by the way, because I just erased my favorite harem. Yeah, High School.
I got to go back and add more questions.
DxD is my favorite harem. Boosto. Love it. It's like 5 seasons of that shit, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I love it.
Probably all better than JoJo's.
Oh, facts. Anyway, let's talk these weeklies, bro. Where you want to start?
What was the weakest one to you? Pick that one first. Let's start with that one.
Rent a Girlfriend.
All right. I choose Ruka consistently.
100%. But I can't wait to see what this new date about to be, which is probably going to be that other girl in the last episode.
Yeah, I feel like she's about to be harsh. They got 2 episodes, so it's going to be 2 episodes.
Okay.
I feel like she's going to be harsh, bro. And I low-key, I think she's going to demand, yo, I like you, boy. Give me that love.
Who, the shy one? That
yeah, they making her seem shy, but I don't think she's shy.
I think she's shy, and I think she's going to fall in love with who Kazuya is because he's actually a nice dude. They keep showing us hints of him being a nice dude, which is making Chizuru's like, damn, do I fucking like this guy? And I'm like, they kind of need to speed it up, though. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, it's kind of dragging a little bit.
Yeah. There's the drama dropped a little bit.
100%.
Which this literally is the only reason we watch this is because it's drama filled. So we would prefer them keep the drama flowing. But overall, it's still better than so many other.
Yeah, 100%. It was a great way for him to make up with his friend too, to pay for a date with him and Chizuru to expose the fact that she's a rental. But he asked that question at the end of it, like, "Hey, so there's no way you'll fall in love with one of your clients, right?" And then when she said, maybe, I guess. Yeah. I'm like, oh shit. And he sensed that too.
Yeah. And why is our main character the only one that don't sense it? And I get why he don't sense it.
Because Chizuru don't show it to him.
Yeah, I get why, but it's like everybody else sees it, and I feel like it's obvious, but I get that. I get the reason why it's not obvious.
I don't think me and you will ever agree on that because it's the only person is not obvious because of her to is him.
Yeah.
But to us, it's definitely obvious. It's there. Like everything is there.
I know how, like I said, I always say this. I feel like we as people are better at reading people than that. And even you and I would be like, okay, they feeling something, obviously. I might not say nothing, but I know that person like me.
I don't, in this case though, because again, you have to be able to, put the horse blinders on, right? And think about just Kazuya. Don't think about anything else that she said to anybody else, what anybody else said. Like, Kazuya did all this for her, okay? Even still after doing all that for her, we know that he likes her, okay? He knows that he likes her because, hey, why would I do that? But she, on the other hand, is like, yeah, no, we need to end this as quickly as possible. You know, we would never date. We would always be this. I'm just a rental. Hey, do you love me? No, exactly. So no, we're just a rental. Like, it's so much. It's so much. At the
end of this episode, what did she say? Her tone changed with him. Like, not even her tone, just like how she speaks to him in general. Like, she normally like doesn't say like see ya. You know, like the end of this episode, it's like see you later, right? Like, she knows she's gonna see him. It's no longer this formal, you have to talk to me this way kind of conversation, right?
Right.
He should have picked up on that. And that's not something he needed to pick up on immediately. Next episode, he'd be like, well, maybe, right? Or
and when she was like, when she was saying, I'll always be here for you, right there. When she said that shit too, right. That's like that is more of a key. You know what I'm gonna do? The dub is coming out. They're already like, they dub episode 2 already or something like that. When the dub is done, I'm gonna rewatch it just to see if I can pick up on it a little bit better. Because again, I speak English. So I want to be able to hear it in English. Yeah. On how her tones change to see if me being him will be able to pick up on her notions. And if that's the case, I'm changing my whole fucking mind. You know, I'm flipping it. Okay. Because I gotta know. Because I'm super curious as to what it really sounds like from our perspective or from his perspective. Just normal. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, just how you would see it and perceive it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with you, though. This episode overall was one of the slower episodes. Kind of a bit of a lull. Yeah, true. But they're bringing in the next stuff. I think they should have brought in this character at the end of this episode to make it seem like we're in it, but they didn't. Yep. So we'll see her next episode and then the final episode, I'm assuming.
Are we going to still continue to read a manga after this is over, or are we going to wait till next season?
It depends. If Mami-chan pops up again, I'm definitely reading it, because then she going to give me a headache and I gotta figure out when she died in the show. Damn. I don't like Mami-chan at all.
I don't like her either. The fact that Chizuru brought her up pissed me off.
Yeah, I don't want her to die, but I'm just saying, like, she need to hold the L. And why did Chizuru bring her up again?
I know, it pissed me off.
Chizuru, I think what it is though, Chizuru was really like, as a character, she's trying to figure out. Yeah, she's trying to see like, is he still on that, or is he on something new now? Yep. You know.
God, I'm still choosing Ruka though.
Oh my God, yes. Oh goodness, easy.
All right, next up on that list.
You want to jump on Sword Art?
Let's do it. Right. Just like we thought, Alice is out. Holy shit, what a press conference though, bro.
Right. You can see the subtle differences though in how Alice looks as a human. Though they did make some subtle changes to her, like her facial structure and stuff like that. I thought that was really cool that they actually changed some stuff. Alice's reactions to the people was dope. You loved it. Like, how can we tell if you're a human? If you're this, can we see your brain? And she said, of course. Also, how do you prove you're a human? She's like,
can I see your brain?
Yeah, open that shit up, homie. Let me see what you're thinking about. So, I was like, let's go.
She made it like, okay, so if you are asking just to see my brain, I'm going to actually see your brain. How does that make you feel? Well, I can't just open my head up. Oh, well, I can't either. Here we go. Same page.
Right. But the questions that the humans were asking were like real life questions though. Like, what if they rise up and take over the world? What if they kill us all? You know, can we put them to work? And they just like, first of all, motherfucker,
I'm human.
They think just like us. They literally were born and raised like humans.
Yep.
So like, why would you think in any capacity that we're gonna put them to work like slaves? Are you serious? They literally have emotions. I'm
gonna be 100% honest with you, Montel. This was seriously, I think, one of my favorite episodes. As crazy as it sounds, it was slower. It was just way different than the action that we've been getting. But I just think this progression in this show with this episode felt so good, man. And it gives me hope that there's going to be more of Sword Art Online.
It does, but here's the issue.
We got one episode.
This shit was sad. Like,
yeah, true.
Yeah. Like, I'm tired of hearing Yu-Gi-Oh voice. I wasn't necessarily thinking about hearing Yu-Gi-Oh voice in a bad way this time, right? I'm just like, Kirito is back in the real world, and like to think that he spent 200 years there, with his wife, the queen, Asuna. Let's go. Spent 200 years there reshaping this whole world, and then had to say, okay, erase it all.
That's why I'm like, this shit is great. Oh. But we didn't erase it. We kept that 200-year conscience.
Yeah. And that was also like, so I didn't necessarily think of that. Yeah. Like where a lot of the stuff I feel like we did think about, like we knew what was going to happen, kind of concept. I didn't see that coming.
Me either.
And what I actually kind of hope is not necessarily that anything bad happens to Kirito and that is replaceable as Kirito, but like I hope that Kirito and that conscience lives on in that world and can continue to be a presence in general, right? So this is a completely computerized Kirito, completely like, and I would like to see even in the future if they do more Sword Art, how this Kirito diverges from the one that we're used to.
Oh man, the next episode is called New World. They're bringing our boy Kaiba back. His conscience also. His conscience and Kirito are going to meet. The Kirito conscience, that is. That's going to be something.
Been alive for far longer, though.
Yeah, 100%. Like, he's shitting on Kaiba. But fucking Kaiba is he's demon level for me. His planning, his motives, his fucking power. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness. This show is so good. It's so good. The fact that there's one more episode and supposedly that's it. I need to know how this is going to end. And if it ends on a cliffhanger, I would never say this in real life, but I'm going to say this in real life. I never wanted a cliffhanger more than I want right now because I just want more SAO, bro. I just want more SAO.
Oh, man.
And I totally forgot to mention that our weeklies is all spoiler talk. So spoilers for all the weeklies. Sorry, y'all. If you listened this far, we normally do this. Yeah, we already know it. We already always do this every episode. But yeah, SAO is great, man.
I wish that we'd have been able to get Asuna's point of view on it though, a little bit. Because although Asuna wasn't a huge part of this part of the show, she came in on this segment and really like kind of did things right. Like I don't think Kirito would have made it through without her.
100%.
So it would have been cool to see what Asuna's perspective was, even if it was just like a few images, a few glimpses. She's holding up extremely well. Why is Kirito still holding on to the? Well, we really don't know. Like, why is Kirito holding on to so much damage and Asuna seems to be pushing through it well?
We do know. Kirito was in there for technically 400 years because remember he went through the whole process twice at the beginning.
Well, I thought it was 202 years because he spent 2 years with Yu-Gi-Oh. The aging was different.
That was the second time he was with Yu-Gi-Oh. Because you remember he was with him twice and where he lost his memory and had to start it all over again.
Yeah, but he don't remember that.
Yeah, I mean, technically you don't remember that, but it's all he was inside of the fucking the raft for that long. Like he was in that game, that world for so long. Obviously not eating properly.
I think if anything it was like 216 years in total though.
But he did it twice, so it might have been like 240 years or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only reason they did that was like, what was it? Because that was accelerated, and then the other times were like regular speed. So it might, at the most, it's like something like maybe 230. Because I don't think he ever made it to adulthood. Because he still wasn't an adult. I think.
Yeah. But I mean, it's hard to remember the beginning of this particular season, but I do remember him going through this multiple times because all his memories had to come back. He started flooding back at one point. He remember why he forgot. It was weird shit. One of these days when we do our review of SAO completely.
Demon level planning.
That's
a demon level planning.
Yeah, it's crazy. But SAO was great. Another great episode. Let us know what y'all thought. Tweet at us at Might Check Waifu on Twitter. Next up. ReZero.
Okay, oh God. Oh goodness.
Oh my God.
Why you jump into this one?
I'm sorry. I probably should have went to Fire Force first, but
it's good.
I really wanted to talk about ReZero.
Let's talk about it. What you got to say?
Oh, it's so fucking hard to watch this week to week.
Oh man.
First off, I do want to say shout out to Crunchyroll for their dub casting. Is it Crunchyroll that's doing this? Yes. Because Funimation don't have this one. Their dub casting is phenomenal. They got our boy Zeno as Garfield, which I think is gonna be dope.
Yeah, for sure. Garfield is a very polarizing character for me. I hate him.
You hate him?
I only hate him because of the shit that like. One moment he's inspiring Subaru to like do this and is straightforward with like, hey, do this, and the next moment he's like ripping everyone in the fucking like bubble.
He's so fucking aware.
He is amazing.
Like it's incredible, bro. It's so good.
I hate Garfield, but I don't hate him. I hate him, but I love him.
Yeah.
I hate Garfield.
Yeah, and I get it.
And him and Subaru, I think Subaru now having some understanding of him, even makes it even better because now it's like Garfield can't. He understands what makes Garfield tick. He understands that he has to move in a certain manner to make Garfield do the kind of things he wants, right? Even though he's still like unpredictable.
Dog, is Amelia the Witch of Greed?
Oh my God.
Or was she taken over by the Witch of Greed?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
That
last
know.
Fucking second,
yes.
I was like, bitch, what? And then he was like, why don't I want to hear his hands was shaking?
I don't want to touch it.
I'm like, nah, bro, like you tripping. But the thing is, though, it's like, so the Witch of Greed, because that was the Witch of what? Envy. That's the Witch of Envy that you're talking about. The Witch of Greed is the one that's inside of Subaru.
It's a kitten.
And she still has white hair too. Yeah. Right. So
I meant the Witch of Envy though.
Yeah, but to me, she still look very similar, in my opinion, to Amelia.
Yeah.
And then we see the Witch of Envy, and to me, that looked like fucking Amelia.
Okay, so to me, it was Amelia. That in that particular portion of his life, that was Amelia. Same eyes, same ears, and everything. But the question is, was she possessed by the Witch of Envy, or is she the Witch of Envy?
Oh, we don't know.
That's the number one question.
That's the thing, though. Is like, is that something that conceals itself, or is she just like a host? Is she the same thing as Subaru is, where like he has the Witch of Greed inside him, she has the Witch of Envy inside?
That's what I'm thinking.
That's why they're so drawn to each other.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly where my head was going. Exactly what you just said right there. But the Witch of Envy is inside of Subaru.
The Witch of Greed.
Greed, sorry. Envy. No,
she loves Subaru. That's why she granted him with that power.
So she granted him the power because she loved him.
Mm-hmm. So she wants him to be able to experience life without making any mistakes.
So that's just a power. So when that hand reaches up and grab his heart, it's just a power. It's not necessarily her. Interesting. This is what makes this fucking show so great. It's so many layers to this shit. Is this show a perfect 10?
It has to be. We gonna rate it at some point, but this ain't it yet. We can't rate it yet. We gotta wait till it's done. ReZero will not be getting a rate until it's done. Because I mean, we can rate the season if you want to. Fuck it, we'll rate the first 2 seasons.
No, you're
but
right.
I feel like if we rate it now, we giving it a 10.
110% 10.
We're giving it a 10, easy. Oh man, I was listening to Blanime.
Yeah, me too.
And Mike was like, "Yeah, just go ahead and watch ReZero." I'm just like, my man. He on there now. He like, just go ahead and watch it. Let me know what you think of episode 15. I'm just like, he's here.
You know what praise that got me? I think it was the one before this most recent episode of Blanime was him saying this. He likes Shield Hero better. He likes it better personally, but he said the writing in ReZero is so much better, and that is a fucking fact. That is a fact. I think the writing in my Shield Hero is really average as fuck. Like the show as a whole, past that beginning, is average as fuck. I like where they're going with it. I like the whole premise of it. It's good. It's great. But everything else, compared to everything else, is just average. And fucking ReZero establishes itself as fucking king in my eyes.
Sound design, animation,
just fucking characters, bro. I still don't understand the fucking plot. Subaru hate. I saw it on Twitter again. I don't think nothing. Somebody said, and I quote, "I don't think nothing can make me change my mind about how much I hate Subaru."
Shotgun.
Ellipsis.
I don't even know. I don't even know how somebody could not. I mean, I get it, bro.
How?
I get it.
Please help me get it.
If you don't like Subaru, you probably didn't get past episode 1.
How can you not like Subaru though?
They didn't pass episode 1. They still at the first 5 minutes of episode 1.
So Subaru, when he first hit the world, did he not have the same thoughts that we would all have as anime fans?
They did not get past episode 1. They watched him pass out. I was like, okay, well, it's an izakai. I don't want to watch it. And that was it. That was it. They finished. That's all they thought of ReZero.
Listen,
that's the only way.
If y'all listen to our weekly anime talk every week, and you're one of the ones that do not like Subaru, please tweet at us at Mike Check Waifu and tell us why you don't like Subaru. I need to figure this shit out because I don't get it, and I need help understanding. I am willing to listen. We are always willing to listen to other points of views. We don't dish you. We don't dog you.
Won't roast you.
Won't roast you. We just need to know. I just need to fucking know.
We might send a tweet at you with a meme that say this motherfucker don't like Subaru. I'm just joking. We won't do that.
No, we won't. But I just need to know. I need to know. Subaru's a great character who's suffering far too much to not understand where the fuck he's coming from in most cases. Pretty much in all cases. And even still, he's a good fucking dude. Anyway.
Right. Is he not the best fucking dude?
Yo, facts.
I mean, come on, bro.
Facts, man.
Is he not the best dude?
You are absolutely right, bro.
I don't think I could do what Subaru do. I think my mentality, I think I have a strong mental, but I don't think anyone in their right mind could do what Subaru does or is doing until they lose their mind. Which Subaru may have very well lost his mind already and is at the point where you can't break him anymore. But at some point you had to lose your mind. Because the only way he's doing what he's doing is because he has to die. He's had to kill himself. He's had to get other people to kill him to make sure he gets what he wants. And gets the future he desires.
The problem with the fucking show is about 80% of the time he doesn't die instantly, and that's what drives me fucking insane. Every single time I think about it, I'm like, yo, please let him die just instantly. Let his head get chopped off. Something that kills him instantly.
Instead of him having to suffer.
Yes, get stabbed. When he was taken over by the Witch of Envy's fog or whatever, he stabbed himself in the throat and fucking bled out, drowned himself in his own blood, basically. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Thanks to Echidna.
Huh?
I said, thank you, Echidna.
Straight up. Love her. Absolutely
Clutch.
love her. And I love her dub voice too.
Yeah, I do like her dub voice.
Them casting the sister that dude, it's Zeno and her. Two African Americans voicing white characters. I love it. You love to see it. And they're good too. They're fucking good.
Good.
They're great. Anyway, let's move on to Fire Force.
All right, you said this might be your favorite episode of Fire Force so far. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
you
I
really
think so.
It?
I think so. I think it's one of my favorites because, for one, Joker's a vigilante. We finally got more on Joker after a season and a fucking half, basically. We understand what Joker is. We understand his plans. His plans is to fucking uncover the truth. He's literally Green Arrow.
A little bit more like on the edgy side than Green Arrow, but definitely Green Arrow.
I mean, have you seen the CW Green Arrow? That motherfucker edgy as hell. He's Batman.
I mean, I ain't seen it since season 1.
Oh, true. Yeah, motherfucker Batman though. And
Joker and Benny Maru teaming up though.
Stop it, bro. How nasty.
Yeah, I mean that shit was nasty at the beginning. I don't know what happened at the end, and I'm just like, hold up.
Straight up.
Did Benny Maru just die that easy?
Motherfucker got hit with a sleep dart, a trank dart, or something.
I hope it was only sleep, because if he died like that.
Nah, you know Benny Maru ain't going down like that. Shiniman Benny Maru.
That shit was hard.
That shit was so hard.
Yeah. But yeah, I really want to see what they do. I want to see what they can uncover. Because they're gonna find out something in the next few episodes.
Right.
Like what's happening here and why y'all leading like the Fire Force like this, you know? What's the truth? What's really being hidden in Amaterasu?
I mean, we know already.
Yeah.
Company 8 knows already.
Yeah, Squad 8, they got the debriefing.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're like, yeah, let's keep that secret. Damn, the ramifications of what that does to the sisters, though. That small part of Fire Force is fantastic, man. It's just so much shit, so much small shit that affects a lot of stuff, man.
I think this one of my favorite parts about this episode was the like religious aspect of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not a religious person, but I love when shows talk about religion because I like to like kind of study them. And one of the things that they talked about was how there were all these religions, but they had to consolidate it into one because of the Great Calamity. And it gave the entire world order to just have one religion, right?
Yep.
Like the reality is that would be very true. If we had one religion, there would probably be a little bit more order in the world.
Yep.
But the cool aspect of that is the fact that this religion that has been leading the world may also very well be the exact evil of the world, you know? And people are trying to figure it out. And we're finding out that the people who seem like villains in the beginning may actually be the good guys, and that the ones feeding us the religion may actually be the harmful ones.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the ones fueling the heretics, even though they're trying to fight against them. So how do the sisters handle that? How does the church handle that? How does Squad 1, who everyone is a priest in there, handle that, you know?
Yep.
How does that work? Do we just put Infernos down because that religion that we've been saying is sending them to the great soul is no longer necessary? It's all void now.
Man, they're using pillars or adola bursted people, or whatever you want to call it, to fuel the Amaterasu. A person, not people,
mm-hmm.
to fuel the Amaterasu, and that is fucking
goes against the principles,
the whole principle, man, the whole fucking way of life. But is it necessary?
I mean, it kind of is necessary because they thrive off of it now.
They live. This is how they live. So it's just like, it's a hard fucking situation to even be. It's a moral dilemma, if you will, that they're in right now. And I can't stress enough how good the show is, particularly with that moral dilemma.
I will say the only thing I didn't like about this episode was when Benimaru and Joker were standing in front of the temple place or that building.
What?
Animation dropped. I was like,
I love that shit.
When it was sitting there and looked like Benimaru's face looked like a whole ass triangle, like from Black Clover. I was like, come on, bro. I love
that shit, dude.
Did you really?
They do that shit all the time in this show.
They do, but it felt like that one was the worst time they did it, bro.
This episode was an artistic masterpiece.
You think so?
From the fucking can laying on the ground with the reflection, from Licked walking around the city with the umbrella and the rain falling and the music playing. It was beautiful. Just
that to me, I agree with all that. I'm just talking about that. Those specific parts look like they was like, okay, we'll just throw these little scenes in real quick. I felt like I couldn't not say something about it.
I'll have to go back and look at it again because I don't remember it being that daunting.
It looks like 7 deadly sins in the face. Not with the chest, not with Meliodas sitting on the table. But it did look pretty bad. I was like, I can't believe they just put a Black Clover scene in this shit.
No, but yeah, it was a great episode all the way around. I love the story in this fucking show. It's so much. Agree. It's easier to follow than ReZero, but it definitely pushed.
Yeah, it pushes so many like different like storylines. It's just there's so many different variables that could take place at any moment.
Right. All right, let's go to Hono's Voldy Gold.
All right. First of all, we knew Anos was the GOAT.
Straight up.
But like, why is he so raw?
He's so fucking raw, dude. Oh my God.
So obviously they finishing up the exam with the heroes, and they thought that this is about to be a little cakewalk.
Right.
They was like, we know you're strong, but we about to go ahead and take this real quick. They thought their little medals was gonna do something. I loved that Sasha was like, you thought you was gonna dog me?
I love Sasha so much.
Oh my God. She was like, nah, bro, you're not gonna dog me. While Misha building the castle, Sasha holding it down at the front.
Lay was just fucking going off on dude.
Yo, chopped his whole arm off.
Got his whole Zoro on.
Yeah, bro. They actually raw. Like his little squad is raw. And I just feel like they can get better, but they raw. They are some monsters.
Just like we thought that was Jorgon dude was basically essentially controlling everything by like possessing, what's his name? Dovia, believe? Dovia or some shit like that.
Almost Dovia.
Yeah, something like that. He was controlling that particular hero to, I don't fucking know.
The heroes were being controlled.
Yeah, but did you see that fucking animation in those fights though?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, how this whole, like, this is a budget anime. This is, again, it's a Chivalry of a Fell Knight type of show. So it doesn't have quite the budget as everything else, but it still looks so much better than even got a high school, bro. I'm like, yo, hold on.
Just like Chivalry, there's moments in this bitch that hit.
That's just hit.
I saw a tweet that said, does budget really affect the animation of a show? Yes. And the person was like, yes, but no. But yes, but no. But yes. And it's like, it does, bro. Like, like people be like, just pay me and I'll animate it better. But like, you literally could do the same animation for less money. But it's also like, nah, you got to pay me to do that animation.
It's so funny to see everybody just now like coming to the realization about God of High School.
Oh, that is trash.
Yeah, like
what did Crystal say? I can start to tell how rushed this show is.
Everybody's starting to say that, and it wasn't even just Crystal, because Crystal was saying that from the beginning. She was with us, but everybody else was also like, "Yo, this shit rushed. It shit ain't hidden, man. And it just
Tower of God. I don't get the Tower of God hate though.
That I don't understand.
I don't get it.
I think they're starting to clump those together because of the other.
Because the Crunchyroll.
Yep. Because the whole Crunchyroll tie-in. But that shit.
But it's not. It's not the same. Tower of God was good.
So
it was
fire,
really
man.
good. The story was very compelling. Like it made me feel like I just read that shit over again.
It was so dope to be a part of that.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. But let's talk about a story that wasn't rushed. Like I said, Misfit Demon King is not rushed. At least don't feel rushed like God of High School does.
No. I'm sad it's only 2 more episodes.
Yeah.
Or is it one more? I can't remember.
It's episode 12 coming, and then after episode 12 is the 13th episode.
Oh, it is the 13th.
Two more weeks of this. 2 more weeks.
Next week we're gonna have to talk the fall anime.
Let's do it. I'm excited. We're gonna put that in a episode. We're gonna use Philip voice next time.
Yeah, we should.
Mic check waifu, and then we're gonna say
fall 2020 seasonal anime or whatever.
Hey.
I can't do the Philip. Only Philip can do the Philip.
Yeah, we can't do that. We don't know.
Yo, it's so dope. I'm gonna shoot him a message right after this. But yeah, I think that's it, man.
That was pretty good. Let's do this recap. Good. We just finished with our spoiler heavy second half. It was Misfit Demon King, Fire Force, ReZero, The Greatness, obviously, SAO, and Rent a Girlfriend. Let us know what you think about those shows. Which one of those is your favorite right now? We think ReZero is a perfect 10.
Yeah.
High School DD is Polow's favorite harem anime. He be on some edgy stuff. Before we went on our break, we did that whole demon ranking. Yo, we had some nice rankings in there.
Man, that shit is fun. It's so much fun.
Why do y'all keep putting Doflamingo at demon though? That's what I want to know. Like, y'all really think Doflamingo a demon? Tweet Polow and let them know. Don't tweet me.
Well, me. I don't know that much about Doflamingo.
Right. Then we talked about Bleach and the Zanpakuto arc and leading back into the Rancor arc. The Zanpakuto arc was great. Muramasa made it to the demon level. OKR, crazy monster, dude.
Character.
I'll be watching Angel Beats and giving you all a little mini talk about it. Polo was talking about Golden Time. Episode 10 you said?
Yeah, man, I can't wait to watch more of that.
Man, Polo always binging something.
I can't.
Yuzuki-chan, stop watching that, Polo.
No, it's almost done. 2 more episodes.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, I love it.
And then I also read or started Chainsaw Man. I'm 15 chapters in. I'll be hitting like chapter 83 or whatever new chapter just came out by like probably tomorrow. And then Phantom Seer. Let us know what you think of Phantom Seer. If you're reading it, what you think is going to blow up when it hits the animated series. Let us know what you think.
I am at Polo Bornfly on all social media.
I'm at King Telliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Might Check Waifu on Twitter and at Might Check Waifu on Instagram. And as always, Might Check.
Let's go. We got the Echo back. That's for you, Scott.
Welcome back, Echo. See y'all next week. Peace.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu.